Good to see you.
Hi, Abby. Good to see you too.
Welcome back to class. This is teacher Abby here with Verbling. We're going to be doing an idiom class with idioms related to the letter R. So hopefully you guys can join us today. Ali, what did you do today? It's Saturday for you still, right?
Yeah, it's Saturday. I worked a little bit and I joined some English classes today.
Wonderful. What did you learn? Tell me one thing that you learned.
It was a pronunciation class.
Okay,
We
good.
we read some poems.
Good for you. Excellent job. Hi, Amp. Welcome to the class. How are you?
Hi, teacher. Doing well. What about you?
I'm doing very well. Thanks for asking. And what about you? What do you have on the schedule for today?
I'm going to have a little reunion with my friends from the primary school.
Really? That's lovely.
Yeah, we haven't been in a meeting since December.
Wow, good for you. That's excellent. I love that's one thing I've liked since I've come home is getting together with friends that I haven't seen for a long time. It's always nice
Yes,
to catch up.
I saw your pictures that you were cooking.
I was making Mexican food. So
Nice.
I think everyone thought it was a little bit spicy, but they like spicy food, so it was okay.
Great.
Thanks for coming, Amp. Happy to have you back with us. Hi, Elena. Welcome back to the class. Good to see you.
Hello, how to see you too.
Thanks for coming, Elena.
Nice to see you too. Thank you.
Nice to have you with us. And what about you? Anything special on the schedule for today?
No, nothing special.
Jose. Oh, sorry, Elena.
Oh, no, it's okay.
Are you sure? You can go ahead and tell us.
No, there's nothing special.
Okay. Jose.
How are you, Abby?
Good. I made Mexican food last night.
Yes, I see your pics in Facebook.
Except for I didn't have any masa.
Yes. Yes,
So
yes. Spicy food. Did you say spicy food?
I did. I made pico de gallo and I put jalapeno in it and everything.
I love pico de gallo, teacher.
Me too. It's one of my favorite things. I love spicy food. And I brought from Mexico chile seco, so I made what's it? Salsa matcha.
I'm not sure what do you want to say, mancha?
A special kind of that sauce that you make with chile seco and ajo and oil.
Oh yes, I don't remember the name, but I know what you're talking about.
Anyways, it was lovely. It was nice to spend time with my friends.
Mm,
Hi, Michael.
nice,
Welcome
teacher.
back. Michael, how are you? Hello? Sorry, Michael, we can't hear you. Maybe there's a problem with the...
Hey, teacher Abby.
Hey, there you are. How are
Hi,
you?
do you hear me?
Yeah, now I can hear you just fine.
Yeah, can you hear me?
I can. How are you?
Sorry, it's a bit of delay. It's a bit of...
I can't hear you very well, Michael. Sorry. I'll say hello to Paulo. Hi, Paulo. How are you today?
Hi, teacher. How are I'm good. And you?
I'm doing wonderful. Thank you for asking. It's good to have you back in class. Thank you for joining us. Rafael, how are you?
Hi, I'm fine. And you?
I'm very well. Thanks for asking, Rafael. Good to have you. Rodolfo.
Hi, teacher. How are you?
I'm very good. Thanks for asking. Good to have you back in class.
Thanks.
And Daniel, my brother.
What have you been up to?
Not too much. I made dinner for a group of my friends yesterday, and we had a very nice evening. And today I will be teaching 3 classes, and then I'm going to the beach. That's my plan.
Really?
Nice. Wonderful.
I'm trying to enjoy the Okanagan summer.
Oh, excellent, excellent. Do you
So
like the beach? Do you like to go to the beach?
I love going to the beach. I absolutely love it. It's one of my favorite things to do.
Excellent, excellent.
And what about you, Daniel? How's your weekend been?
Well, we lost yesterday the match.
Mm.
Yeah, so I'm sad in some way, but I'm gonna watch the match on Tuesday because I wanna see how Brazil lose. They're gonna lose against Germany, that's for sure. No offense to
Uh-oh.
Brazilian people here, but they're gonna lose.
Very good. Yeah, Amp says you're feeling blue. That means you're feeling a bit sad. We learned that idiom yesterday. Good. Well, thank you guys for coming to the class today. It's your weekend, so I'm super happy that you decided to join me. We're going to be doing a class on idioms that start with R. You guys know how it goes. We have idioms, then we have fill in the blanks, and then I have a group of pictures that we'll use to talk about the idioms. So before we get started, I want you to tell me about an item that's close to you that you can see right now that has a special meaning for you. And if there's nothing like that around you, maybe you can describe one item and where you got it or what's the story behind it. Tell me about an item that is close to you. Maybe we can start with Elena. Tell me about an item that you can see visually right now and tell us why it's special or why you like it.
My computer. My computer.
Sorry?
My computer is yes.
When
It's
did you get your computer?
Sorry.
When did you get your computer?
Oh, 3 or 4 weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
It's a new computer, but I use the computer for almost everything, work, pleasure, and learning. So it's an important item for me.
Very nice. Thanks for sharing. Daniel, what about you? An item that's close to you?
My iPad. Oh, really?
What do you use your iPad for?
Well, I have like 40, 60 applications. I love applications.
Okay. Do you like games or do you like applications that organize you or
Yeah, I
test
like
your brain?
both of them, but I usually use my iPad uh, for aviation applications,
Mm-hmm.
but also games. I like to play games, but not that much.
Excellent. What about you, Amp?
Now I can see my teddy bear. My teddy bear.
How long have
My
you had that teddy bear?
no, that is just 1 year. My
Mm-hmm.
dad gave me that bear because we were shopping and said, "Oh, that is cute. That it's a dog." And my father said, "If you want it, I can buy it." Yeah, so he bought me my
That's
teddy bear.
lovely. So you have a special little memory connected to that teddy bear.
Sure.
Very nice. Ali, what about you?
I can see my mobile phone and my watch on the table.
Your special Godfather watch.
Yeah. And my mobile phone, it's connected me to the world.
Very good. Rodolfo, what about you? What do you see that's close to you?
Close to me, I can see my cell phone, mm, the portable base to the PC, to the laptop,
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
my TV, and no more teacher, a couple of weights.
Weights,
Uh,
like for working out?
Yes.
Okay.
No more, teacher.
No special items that have like a sentimental value or a special value for you?
I have an old scooter.
A what, sorry?
An old scooter.
A scooter.
A scooter, yes, a
Ah,
scooter.
I
From
love
my
scooters. Like
yes,
to go like a little moto like this?
yes, but it's from my childhood. And in this moment, I don't use the scooter.
It's
But
probably
it's
vintage.
yes, and this have a sentimental value for me.
Okay, very nice. That's a good memory. What about you, Raphael?
My bad.
That has a very high value for me too.
Okay. Me too.
Paolo, what about you? Any items around you that are interesting or different or have a special meaning to you?
Well, I have a portrait here.
A portrait.
Yes.
Who's in
When
the
I
portrait?
has a picture when I was in 5.
It has a picture when you were 5.
Yes. Yeah, it is.
And
Just
is it a
this.
painting or a picture? A painting or a photo?
No, a photo.
Okay, do you want to show it to us?
I don't have a webcam here.
Okay. Michael, what about you? Something around you that has special value or memory?
Well, not really a huge impact, a huge memory or something. Just aromatizer. Is it correct?
Can you say it one more time?
So use I will explain. Use this thing, so you make the air like clean. What is the word?
A diffuser? An air diffuser?
What's that?
Or is
Diffuser.
it for aromatherapy?
Aromatherapy is better. So it's kind of a nice smell with some kind of plants, or I don't know, these kind of things.
Like herbs or essential oil.
Herbs, yeah, and
Okay.
it smells good.
Nice.
So I won it today in competition.
Did you go to your picnic?
Yep, I danced there, like, and they won like second prize.
You danced, Michael?
Yeah,
How did you
cha
dance?
something. Well, I drank some beer, so
Yay! Michael had a beer and danced. That's fantastic.
not only one, lots of beers.
That's lovely. Are you okay for class?
Sure, no, I'm not drunk. There is like was like for 5 hours or something. This like from 2 o'clock to 7 o'clock. This kind of thing.
And you won a prize, Michael. That's amazing.
Two prizes, and a T-shirt. Second one for drinking beer or something competition.
That's awesome, Michael. I'm happy that you had a nice time at your picnic. That's great.
Yep.
I didn't know you could cha-cha.
Well, I couldn't cha-cha. I just did my best. What I told to that woman with whom I danced, I said I will do my best. She said you must do because I won a prize. I want
Exactly. I'm glad you didn't let her down. You got to do a good job. And what about you, Jose? Something close to you that has a high value?
Not really high value. The keys of my car, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
I have in my room in this moment my television, a PS4, a PS3, a Gatorade, my mouse. Not really, nothing special, teacher.
Nothing of. I meant high value.
I don't have a lot of money.
When I said high value, I meant like
moment.
sentimental value, like something that is important or for you, valuable to you personally.
In this moment, not really. No, not really, teacher. Sorry.
Okay, that's okay. Good job, you guys. Let's go ahead and get started. I am going to share the document with you. Here's the link for those of you who don't have it. I'll put it in both chats. Is the Verbling chat working for everybody?
For me, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
If it's not working, just let me know and I can switch
Yes.
it over. Okay, cool. And I will share the document. I guess I didn't share anything with you guys, but maybe next time. Idioms with R. Okay, let's start with the first one. Jose, do you want to start us off by reading the first idiom for us?
Raining cats and dogs, raining very hard.
So can you give me
Is
an
when
example?
it's raining very hard.
Any questions
Is
about that
literally
idiom?
raining very hard?
I have a question, maybe.
Okay.
Is it old-fashioned? I mean, for example, the elderly people says, for example, it costs an arm and a leg, and the young people says it's a fortune. Is it old-fashioned as well, or?
Not really. It's even like to say it's cost a fortune. That could be for elderly people. Some
really?
young people. Some people would say it cost an arm and a leg. Some young people would, just depending on where you're from.
Ah, okay, I see.
I mean, unless I'm old. Maybe I'm old.
No, you're not. You're not.
Raining, no, this idiom can be used by anybody. You're right. You're not going to hear like a 12 or a 13-year-old say, man, it's raining cats and dogs, but you'll hear people use it without a doubt. Lots of people use this idiom.
That's something that your generation would say.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. Absolutely we would. So, Jose, just to answer your question, it means that it's pouring rain, like tons and tons of rain is coming down, a huge storm. And even if it's just raining a little bit, like sometimes people say, oh, it's raining cats and dogs, like if it's been raining all day, okay? So, Jose, I want you to give me a sentence using that word.
Raining cats and dogs? I don't know. This morning was raining cats and dogs? I'm not sure. Yes, is correct, teacher?
Yeah, this morning it was raining cats and dogs. Okay, and now what I want to do is I want you guys to ask a question. Ask a question using this idiom.
When was the last time that it was raining cats and dogs in your city?
Okay. And that question. Maybe we could have Elena tell us. When was the last time it was raining cats and dogs in your city, Elena?
2 or 3 days ago, but it was a short storm. It rained cats and dogs, but for a little time.
Perfect, not for very long. What do you like?
I have a question, but not about the idiom, but about raining. How do you say when it rains, but not water, but pieces of ice?
Hail, hailing, or hail.
Okay.
Hail.
So the pieces of ice are called
Balls
hailing.
are hail balls.
Hail. To
Okay.
hail, and the noun is hail as well. Okay,
Exactly.
thank you.
You're welcome, no problem. Okay, so what do you like to do when it's raining cats and dogs? Let's go over to Rodolfo. Tell us, what do you like to do?
Excuse me, teacher?
What do you like to do when it's raining cats and dogs?
It depends if I am in my house.
Uh-huh.
I prefer watch a movie or study English, maybe. And if I am in the office, I don't know. I can't get out, and I I don't know. Teacher. I in my office only stay into.
Okay, very good. Do you like to stay in the house? Very good. What about you, Raphael? What do you like to do when it's raining cats and dogs?
I don't like rain, so there's nothing I'd like to do when it's raining. Just staying home, protecting, because, well, when it's raining cats and dogs, it's a strong rain, so it's dangerous left home. Go outside when it's raining.
Yeah, I agree. I remember when I lived in the Dominican Republic, when it would rain, it was dangerous to be outside because there's no drainage. So you like to stay home? Do you like to play games? Do you go on the internet? Do you call your friends? Anything special?
Well, not really, because when it's raining cats and dogs, there's coming lightning, so it can hit the electrical network, so we can lose internet and even our electronic devices. So it's not a good not a good recommendation. Use these things when it's raining cats and dogs. There's nothing. There's not too much to do. There's not many things to do when it's raining. Just stay home and protect from weather.
Very good. Stay safe. What about you, Paolo? Thank you, Raphael. Paolo, what do you do when it's raining cats and dogs?
Well, I like to see the rain at the window.
Okay, so you could say I like to watch the rain from the window.
Yes, or watch some films.
Or watch some films. Yeah, that's a nice way to spend the day, right? For sure. Anybody else want to tell us about their favorite activities when it's raining?
Yeah, sleep like a lazy bear. If it's late or something, if you're feeling sleepy.
Excellent. That's like me too. I don't know what it is about the rain, but it just makes me really relaxed and tired.
Sometimes I like to go outside, like to. So if I have to go somewhere, like I go take the umbrella. What?
To take a shower.
Oh, well, sometimes it really rain and your clothes could get wet, but I really like. I like it's like a little bit not so warm, like it's maybe. Abby, what is when it's not so warm is like.
Do you mean like cool? Cool?
Yeah, it's cooler, like, and it's so like peaceful. I know this when it's raining sometimes, like once in a while, but usually if it rains cats and dogs, I prefer to stay in the house.
Yeah, I totally agree. That's like me as well. What outdoor activities, or does anybody like to go outside and get wet when it's raining, or nobody? Does anyone like to do that?
No. I like to watch from window many people running in hurry. It's a kind of fun, I think.
Yeah, that happens to me all the time. So when I come visit Turkey, you'll be laughing at me watching me out the window running.
Maybe.
You'll be going, what?
How do you call the action, for example, when you're driving a car in a storm and you slide your tire in the water and wet the other people? How do you call that?
You
know what I mean?
Slide your what in the water?
It's like your tire, like in the water.
Oh, hydroplaning. Hydroplaning.
Yeah. Okay. So how do you call it when you're like splitting water to other people in the street?
Oh, splashing.
Okay.
Splashing. Yeah, driving through what? Puddles to splash them.
Okay. I got it.
Good. Let's move on to our next idiom, okay? And maybe we could have, let's see, Jose, do you want to read that one for us? Oh, did you read the first one, Jose?
Okay.
Did you read the first one?
Yes, but yes, I read.
Okay. I'll get
the first one.
I'll get Rodolfo to read this one for us. Sorry, Jose.
Real deal, real McCoy. If something is real deal or the real McCoy, then is the real thing person. It is not a fake.
Okay, very good. So can you give me an example using this idiom?
If something is real deal. I don't know. It's only for things, or it's only for people, or for things.
For things or people.
Okay. I have a real deal, a shirt of.
What's the brand? What's the brand of the shirt?
A sports shirt of my selection.
Okay, so like a jersey, a sports jersey?
Yes.
Okay, so you could say I have a sports jersey and it's the real, that means that it's a genuine jersey.
I don't understand. I have yes.
It means that your sports jersey is the real original copy. It's not made in a different country or fabricated or replicated. It's the real original genuine jersey.
Okay.
Okay, good job, excellent. And maybe I could have Michael. Could you ask a question using idiom?
What should I do? Because you broke up.
Can you ask a question using that idiom, real deal or real McCoy? Ask a question to one of your students using it.
Do you have a real deal? But how would they say that? Like
you could say, do you have anything that is the real deal?
so, and that would imply that it's not fake, like it's authentic.
Yeah, maybe a Rolex, maybe a pair of Gucci.
Let me ask more advanced question. So, like when you want to buy something like a real deal, yeah, can I say like that?
Mm-hmm.
How do you like find out if it's a real deal or no?
How do you find out? At once, you'd probably say, when you want to buy something that is original or genuine, how do you find out if it's the real deal? Okay.
Yep.
And who do you want to ask? Ask anybody in the class.
You, Abby.
Me?
Okay. Yeah.
How do I find out if it's the real deal? I would look at the tags.
Okay.
I would look at the tags and see where it was made.
Okay. But usually, if you buy in like store, good
department store.
What I mean is like a genuine store, so with reputation, a store that has a reputation, good reputation. There is kind of automatically the real deal, all the things. Like if you buy on the market something, there, if you see the country of origin country is not, that's not guarantee that is a real deal. I mean, could be faked as well.
Okay, very good. That's true. What about you, Elena? If you're going to buy something that's an original, what will you do to make sure that it's the real deal or the real McCoy?
As Michael have said, I would go to a good shop with prestige, and a shop that I know it's serious.
Okay, so it would be the store that you purchase it at. That's a good idea, for sure. Okay, here I have a question for you guys as well. When do you think it's worth it to get the real deal? When do you think it's It's worth it to pay the extra money to make sure you get the real deal.
When you buy something expensive.
Okay. What do you think, Amp?
Well, for example, if it's for anniversary for your wife or your husband, I think, or you are going to get married, uh, that the ring, and in that case, deserves to be a real deal.
Yeah, very good. When you're buying a gift for a person. Excellent answer. What about you, Daniel? When is it worth it to get the real deal? What do you think?
Well, I'm not sure if I can use it in this following context,
Let's
but
try.
I would say when you go to the pharmacy or the drugstore, maybe if you buy the real deal drugs instead of the generic.
Generic drugs, yeah.
Can you use it in that context of?
Absolutely, you can. So say if you go to the drugstore and you say, could I have some ibuprofen? And they say to you, okay, here's a box of ibuprofen. You go, ooh, I want the real deal. They would probably give you Advil.
Yeah.
That's most famously attached to it, okay? That's a really good example. Anybody else want to tell me about something that they have purchased, or it's something that for them it's the real deal? It's not a fake, it's the best, and you're really happy that you bought it or you have it?
When is when there are not copies of this thing, for example, video games or something like that,
Okay.
you don't have option, right? You need to buy original
I suppose, but
products.
you have to buy the original product. Absolutely. Maybe if it's a computer game, you could have it copied or burned onto a CD, and the real deal would be the original copy.
Mm-hmm. Yes, for example, in Mexico, sometimes it's hard to find a specific movie or something like that, and you need find this movie in the webs. It's sad to say, but sometimes we don't have the product original in market or in stores.
No, you're right, Jose. So the ones that you buy off the street, those are not the real deal. The real deal is the one that you buy in the store made by the company, the film company.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? For me, when I went, when I buy something that, like maybe a pair of sunglasses or something that I really like and I want to have it for a long time, I prefer to buy the real deal because the fake ones are usually not nearly as good of quality. That would be an example.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's go to the next one. If there's no other examples with real deal or real McCoy?
Why is it's called real McCoy? Why is that McCoy?
I forget the other name of the family, but there was two families, and I'm pretty sure, this could be totally wrong, but there was two families and they famously fought against each other for years and years and years in the United States, and the McCoys were one side, and I can't remember exactly why the idiom came from that, but I'm pretty sure it comes from a family in the United States.
Okay.
I'd have to do research on it, though. I can't quite remember how the story went. There's a movie based on it as well.
Okay.
And the other family was a copy or what?
No, they were just constantly fighting with each other. One family was better than the other, and I can't remember what they were called. But yes, you're right, Jose, in the chat. It is a last name, McCoy. Okay, let's go to our next one. Maybe we can have Raphael. Would you like to read it for us?
Red herring. A red herring is a distraction from what is being talked about. A red herring. It's something that makes people stop thinking about the important issue.
Excellent. So give me an example of a conversation where you might want to throw in a red herring. When might you want to say something to distract or change the topic?
maybe when we are in class and people start talking about, I don't know, the last weekend, about last party,
Mm-hmm.
about, I don't know, sports, something not related with the class. So I think it's a red herring.
Very
It's
good.
herring or hearing?
Herring.
Herring, okay.
A herring is a type of fish. A red herring is a type of fish. Okay? So when we are in class and people start talking about something different, you could say they throw in a red herring just to throw people off. Okay? This can also goes to religion or politics, and which is totally normal and cool to talk about, but let's just say, for example, it goes to religion and it makes people start to feel uncomfortable. You might say, ooh, I'm going to throw in a red herring just to change and distract people from the topic that we're talking about, okay?
Maybe is it similar to beating around the bush?
Beating around the bush? No,
Yep.
beating around the bush is when you're trying to say something but you don't want to actually say the problem or the real issue at hand. Whereas this one is people are talking about the awkward problem or issue at hand and you try to take them out of it. You try to change the subject.
Like sidetracking. Right?
Exactly. You try to sidetrack the conversation.
Okay, got it.
Ali, what do you mean? When you're give me an example. What are you thinking about there?
I'm just joking. Maybe two of your friends are arguing each other, and you see they will fight soon, and you how to say make a red herring.
What would you say?
Change the topic, something like that.
Okay, could do. Or you could say, hey, look at that beautiful woman, and point in a different direction.
Stop arguing. Look at the girl, beautiful girl.
Some of them would hit you, like, don't interrupt us.
Some would, depending on the friends, right? But then maybe you need new friends, Ali.
They can't do that. Sorry, Michael.
Excellent, good example. Anybody else have an example or a question about that idiom?
You can use it as an adjective for a person. For example, red herring people, red herring person, no?
Yeah, you could say he's a bit of a red herring, meaning he's a distraction when there's an issue or a party or something. He's a red herring means he stands out as different or stops people from doing what they're doing.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Good example. Good question. Okay, let's continue. Let's have, why don't we have Amp read the next one for us?
Ring a bell. If you say that something rings a bell, then this means that you are familiar with that thing or you had heard it before. Often used as it doesn't ring a bell or does this ring a bell?
Perfect. Very good. So who can give me a quick example of something that might ring a bell? Give me an example. Or maybe just a general sentence using the idiom. If that's easier for you.
That music rings me a bell.
Perfect. That music rings a bell. Meaning that it sounds familiar. Very good. Excellent example, Paulo. Thank you. Anyone else have an example they'd like to share?
That news ring a bell.
The news?
Yeah.
This news rings a bell, meaning it's happened before.
Yeah, you heard about that before.
Very good.
Can you
Anyone
use
else?
it for people? For example, yeah, like a person that you haven't seen in a while, or no? You can use it. No.
You might say that after speaking with them that, you know, talking to you really rings a bell. It means that it reminds you of your history. But if you see a person, you would never say, he rings my bell. That would be, that might be something totally different. But you wouldn't use it like quite like that.
Okay, got it.
Okay? It just means that a sound, maybe even a smell, maybe you smell something and you go, that rings a bell. That reminds me of my childhood or what my mom used to bake or something like that, okay?
Thank you. Got it.
Questions, examples? All right, this is one of my favorite idioms. I think I use it every day. Maybe we could have Paulo read it for us. Go ahead, Paulo.
Rip off. If you pay more than something is worth because it is broken, fake, etc., then that thing is a rip off. You can also say that you got
Oops, sorry.
that. Okay. That you got ripped off when someone sells you something that's fake, broken, etc.
Beautiful. Good reading. So let's see if we can think of an example. Paulo, give me an example of have you ever been ripped off?
Hmm.
Have you ever been ripped off? Maybe a time where you paid too much money for something. For example, one time I paid $10 for a pineapple. The pineapple was supposed to be about 50 cents.
When you pay more than it's worth,
Exactly. Has that ever happened to you?
I don't know, man. Probably, but I can't remember. Um, can it be an example?
Yes, you can give me any example you like.
Okay. A long time ago, I ripped off a car.
You ripped off a car?
No, just an example.
Okay, to rip off a car means to steal it. That's using it in a different way, but it's also correct. Okay, you could say, I got ripped off with this car. I got ripped off with this car, meaning I paid too much for it. Anyone else want to tell me about a time that they got ripped off?
When a taxi driver, for example, is trying to ask for more people, that would be ripped off. For example, that taxi driver ripped us off. I mean, $100. What a thief, or something like that.
Absolutely. He charged you too much for your service. Excellent example, and pretty classic. That's happened to me a million times.
You can say like Apple products are ripoff, like an extortion. Can you say like that?
If you want to fight.
But how would you say with extortion? Like
you could say Apple products are a ripoff. Exactly how you said it.
But extortion?
Apple products are real, I think.
Hey!
Do you know what I mean by extortion?
Yes, but why do you want to use the idiom ripoff, or do you want to use the word extortion? Because
extortion as well, because it's more emphasized, that more emphatic than rip off. It's like kind of has metaphor. I mean, it's not directly extortion directly, but it's kind of in metaphorical way, you say.
Okay, but just for the sake of practicing with the idioms, what you said is correct. Apple products are a ripoff. That is a correct sentence.
But with extortion?
Apple is guilty of extortion.
Okay.
For
I saw
person?
a comment about a comment on like a site. There, like an American person wrote this comment, and I remember that about Apple products that they like they price like extortion from the people, something like that. So I remembered.
Okay.
Could you use this idiom for persons, teacher? Or
No,
for
because
ex
that would. What do you mean? Give me an example, Jose.
for example, if you have a girlfriend that spend or use your credit card a lot, spending money with things or something, you can say my girlfriend rip off for
My
me or
girlfriend ripped
not.
me off. Ripped me off.
Okay,
Okay, my
rip me off.
girlfriend ripped me off.
Rip me off. Okay.
Okay. Anybody else? Anybody else?
Sometimes you go to a restaurant and you don't ask the prices, food prices, and they can rip off you.
That's very true. Always ask before you eat.
Yeah, because they know you are a stranger, not from there.
Yeah, good. I think I've been ripped off many, many times in my life. In the Dominican Republic, not so much in Mexico, but in the Dominican Republic, I was ripped off probably every day of my life.
So, Abby, do you think that Mexico is cheap or rip off? The life in
Um,
Mexico.
I think Mexico has fantastic value for its dollar. That means that when you buy something, I think the value of it is worth more than what you pay.
Mm.
So the opposite of a ripoff. I love Mexico, can you tell?
Yes.
One of my favorite places on the planet. I absolutely love Mexico. Anybody else have an example using ripoff?
Yes,
Okay,
my
go ahead.
my friend, yeah, my friends gave me a tablet as a gift for my birthday last year,
Mm-hmm.
and well, I know how much it cost it because they gave me the bill in case I had any problem, and well, it's not was very expensive, but they were repo because the tablet is so bad, and I get angry with the store because they were repo.
Fantastic. Yeah, that's a good example too. Anybody else have an example? All right, let's go to the next one. Rise and shine. This is used to tell someone to wake up and get out of bed. Do you remember when I told you guys what annoys me in the morning and I said it's my father? This is what he says to
Yeah.
me in the morning. He says, "Abby, rise and shine." And I want to kill him when he says that at 6 o'clock. So there's an idiom for you. We don't have time to look at examples. And the next one is rob Peter to pay Paul. This means that you do something to solve one problem, but by doing it, you create another problem. In the end, you have wasted your time because you still have a problem. Can anyone think of an example of when that might happen? You try to solve one problem, but you just create another one?
It's the same like catch-22?
Kind of, yeah. No matter what you do, you end up with a problem at the end.
Okay.
Maybe, for example, if you have a debt that you need to pay, maybe you owe somebody money, so I have to borrow from my friend to pay my other friend, so now I still have a problem. I still owe my other friend the $50 or whatever it is, okay? Anyone have a question or something to ask about that last one? Rob Peter to pay Paul?
When you hide a lie with other lie, you have the problem with your lying, right? Or not?
What did you say when you hide a what?
When you have a problem and you lie, you hide the problem with other lie, and you have the problem yet or not?
Yes, absolutely, Jose. Trying to cover your lies with lies, and then you still end up lying. That's robbing Peter to pay Paul.
Yes.
Nicely done. Okay, let's go ahead. We're going to practice filling in the blanks. Maybe we can have Amp. Amp, are you back? I didn't see if you came back or not either. Okay, nope, I don't think she is. So let's have Rodolfo. Can you please read the first one for us?
Mom is the last is rise and shine. It's
Yes,
time
very good.
to get up.
Mm-hmm.
Randy, oh, I don't want to go to the school. It's running cats and dogs. And my umbrella is broken.
It's raining cats and dogs. Perfect. Good job, Rodolfo. Excellent work. Mom, rise and shine. It's time to get up. And it's raining cats and dogs. Excellent, excellent job. Raphael, the next one. Raphael, are you there? Can you do the next one for us?
Yes. How much is this watch? $2,000. $2,000? That's a ripoff. Look, lady, this is the real McCoy. I have some problems here. If you want good quality, you have to pay for it.
Yay! Raphael, I love how you gave us such emphasis with that. That was fantastic.
Thanks.
And perfect answers. That's a ripoff. This is the real McCoy. Perfect job. Nicely done. Next is Paulo. Can you read the next one for us?
Okay. Did you hit your sister? Well, last week I heard her say a bad word, so that's that's oh my god, can't remember. That
So she's trying to change the subject. Change the subject so that she doesn't have to talk about the fact that she hit her sister. A distraction.
That's a red herring.
Hey, nicely done, Paulo. So she's trying to change the subject and avoid the real problem. Michael, next.
Do you know Chris? No, I don't think so. Oh, you must know him. He has red hair, he's really tall, and he always wears black pants. Nope, it doesn't make any sense. No. I cannot remember. So give me a hint. What should it be about?
It doesn't, he can't remember a person like that.
Oh, it doesn't ring a bell.
There you go.
Did we
Nicely
have
done.
this?
That's it, Michael. Thank you very much.
Okay.
And Jose, can you help us with this one?
Gas is so expensive now. I have to sell my car just so I can afford to buy gas. Rex. They will be silly. Don't. I'm not sure. I don't. Rip off or rob Peter to PayPal? Ah, yes.
Right, because if he sells the car, then he won't have anywhere to put the gas.
Yes.
Right?
He need a work, right?
Exactly. Nicely done. Very good. That was a little bit tricky. Elena, picture number 1. What idiom does it make you think of?
A real deal. you know, gassy stuff um, are a real deal if
Very
you buy them in a serious store, of course. There are a lot of imitations.
Very good. A lot of knockoffs, we call them. And that's when they're not genuine. They're not the real deal or the real McCoy. Amp, number 2 and 3.
Raining cats and dogs.
And what do you see in the third picture? What are they doing?
They are um, they are walking walking under raining cats and dogs.
Right. And we are all over at Ali's house looking out the window laughing at these poor people. Number 4, Daniel.
Mm,
Oops, I have that one twice.
oh, that's tough. No. Give me a hint.
Well, these items do not have price tags, so
Rip off.
you might get ripped off. Good. Do you have markets like this where you live, Daniel?
Yeah. Yeah,
Do you
but
ever
actually you can negotiate with the salesman,
Uh-huh.
people there.
Very good.
Or you are not going to find a real deal. in that
Probably
place.
not.
Yeah, no guarantee. Guarantee. How do you say that word?
Guarantee.
Guarantee, right?
Number 6, Ali.
Abby,
Rise and shine.
Uh-huh. Rise and shine. Good. And did somebody have a question for me?
it's you when your father say this?
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Maybe with my fists. My fist like that.
And you're the person in the picture or not?
No.
Not real deal.
I will not be posting pictures of me waking up first thing in the morning. That is a guarantee.
It's fake, Abby. Not real deal.
Yeah, it's like, oh, no. When my dad says it, I go like this. I go, good job, you guys. Fantastic work in today's idiom class. Are there any questions before we close?
Yeah, are you gonna have these classes? Upcoming classes?
Pardon?
Idiom, I mean.
Yeah, we're on R. I started at A and we're in R. So next time, we'll do the next letter in the alphabet.
Oh, excellent. I will be there.
Okay, so hopefully you join us again, Daniel. Thanks, guys, for coming. Take care and have a wonderful weekend if I don't see you for the next hour. Thank you for joining us today.
Teacher, take care.
Bye.